all the sympathy that we've seen all this season is only setting him up to be the villain that I know him to be. Six episodes into Daredevil Born Again, and we are starting to kick some serious ass.
We're going to say this. I'm going to say it right now.
Say it right now.
Spoilers galore.
Yeah,
we are going. Oh my
ahead.
God!
There has to be spoilers ahead. That's what we do, because we talk about
Otherwise, how do you talk about it?
Yeah, how do you talk about it? Let's see here. So in this last episode of Daredevil, not the last one, but the one that has just been released, we saw a lot of things. We saw the return of Jessica Jones, which is a fan favorite. Everybody was really hype about her coming back. I thought that was a great scene when she came in with Daredevil at the warehouse. And she hasn't missed a beat. I mean, just really got in there with Daredevil. And this show is really, I mean, I see good action in every episode of the show, but it does still have that human part. But if I had a problem with anything, it's that human part that we're talking about, it's happening with the wrong characters. Okay? And I'm referring to Kingpin. Is what I'm referring to. I'm referring to Vincent D'Onofrio playing the Kingpin.
You mean like making us sympathize with him?
Correct. In such an extreme way, I will say. Because again, your opinion's your opinion. But in comics, Kingpin, yes, he had a wife, but they were almost estranged. They never talked to each other. It was almost business. It was no love. There was no dinner. There was no candlelight. There was no crying. There was none of this. And maybe I didn't read far enough back. I don't know. That's truly possible. But all through this season, that is the only character that I've had an issue with is Kingpin.
Because it's not comic accurate.
Because I think it's taking it just a little bit too far in the other direction. Because here's the problem. If you take the character in this direction of a very emotional person, cares about the city, cares about people, cares about this, cares about that, then he doesn't become a villain anymore.
I don't think he cares about anyone except for himself and his wife in this season. But I think...
Are you telling me you don't sympathize with him a lot?
I think it's not so much that I sympathize with him.
Like, he is a character...
You see how... Because in the first season, he was a lunatic. You know, he was like torturing people while he was eating dinner. You know what I mean? Like,
that's comic
so
accurate.
he was already a lunatic, but I think this is showing where he goes to the next level of being just completely blind rage.
Well, and that's what I'm going to say. I think that's the direction they're about to go. Is maybe I'm wrong, and all the sympathy that we've seen all this season is only setting him up to be the villain that I know him to be.
I mean, that's what I get. I don't...
Maybe.
And sympathy is because Vanessa was not a good person either.
I'll
like
say
his
this.
wife, you know, I mean, that's her name, right? Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa.
Like,
yeah.
she wasn't a good person either. She was a villain as well, but it made you realize that they are still, like...
Hell of a fight. If you haven't seen the episode, you should go watch it just for the fight.
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio was pretty good in that. But anyways, yeah, they just... You can... To each other, they were maybe the one thing that kept each other human in some way and have some glimmer of humanity in them. And now that bond is severed, that's done. He doesn't care about anyone but himself now.
I'll say this. Kingpin's basically a ticking time bomb. For the first season, he was perfectly fine. Second season rolls around, he's hanging in. The fight rolls around. His wife gets a shard to the head. That episode,
So again, to your point, Sammy,
yeah.
like I think you could have easily just killed her there. They drew it out. You don't think that? With the whole Vanessa shit? Like they could have killed her there and then that would have kickstarted his
No.
rage, as you call it.
No.
Why did they have to take 2 episodes to kill her?
They could have, but I mean, it was just
Because
her waking up long enough to tell him how much she loved him. What just made it more heart wrenching, you know.
That's my point.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I mean,
say.
maybe they're drawn. I don't know. I
Mean
mean, it
Green
doesn't
agrees
bother
with
me.
Sammy.
Okay.
What do you mean?
I'll say
What do you
this.
agree with Sammy on Mean Green?
They needed to. He thought that he would get his wife back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As soon as he lost her, that was it. He was done. He wasn't holding back,
Yeah.
and he went to his little hideout place where the painting is, somewhere in
Mhm.
New York.
Yeah.
And Daredevil showed up, and that was the last straw. He was done.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Damn, Sammy. Sammy cooking.
I've been preparing for that
Yeah.
since Tuesday.
Sammy's been cooking over here. Andrew Swaney says, I wish he fought Spidey as well, but I grew up with Spider-Man 94 that had him as a main bad guy in many episodes. Make it happen, Sony and Disney, Marvel. I would love it if they bring back the animated series. That's what I'm talking about, though. Andrew Swaney can kind of agree with me. In the animated series and the comic books, he had things that happened to him in his life that made him tragic. Let him cook. Yeah, that's what, I don't have that sound clip, Mean Green, so I got the applause. But I'll have to get the let him cook for when Sammy starts cooking again. But in the animated series, he was more of like Thanos. Like you had no sympathy for this character.
but
None.
even Thanos has some humanizing backstory in
Nah.
the Marvel movies. Yeah,
Nah.
I mean, they have scenes where it shows his connection to his daughters and all this
It's
stuff.
not
and
his
all-
daughter.
I know, but like there are moments in the Marvel movies where they're trying not sympathy, not where you're like, oh, I understand why then.
Okay.
do that.
I
But,
think
like,
what you're doing, you're mixing up sympathy with understanding.
right, but I'm saying
Okay.
that
I
there
think those are two different things.
Parts in the Marvel movies very much like this where they humanize, the villain or whatever.
I don't know.
I would say that
yeah.
can also relate into like Ultron.
Another great example. Again, just no sympathy.
But like, I mean, sorry, in today's day and age, having a villain who is 100% evil 100% of the time, is it's just one dimensional. Like we don't do that anymore. We have whole movies showing the backstory of the villain, the backstory of Joker, the backstory of Clayface, all this stuff. We don't have one dimensional villains who are just evil. Like we just don't do that anymore.
Right.
Is what
I mean, true. I mean, you're not wrong. It's very rare that we get a truly nefarious type of villain.
like evil for no reason. However, the ending of Joker 2 was
Okay, so
leave
here
it
you go. Mean Green makes a great point. I felt bad for him until he killed the doctor.
yeah, that was like
And I was sitting there I was like, if he doesn't kill this doctor,
I knew it was going to happen. I was like, Doc,
if he doesn't kill this doctor, then I'm done.
you need to take a
I'm
step
out.
back.
I am finished. So, thank God that he killed that doctor. So I would not have still been watching it if he hadn't. And right, it was selfish for him to kill him These are the people that tried to save the woman he loved, the people who tried hardest, but they didn't. That's the point.
Well,
He
Biff
doesn't
doesn't
give a
care
shit
about anyone but
He
himself
doesn't
and
give a
Vanessa.
shit how hard
Yeah.
you try. If you don't get it done, you're out of there, bro. You're done.
I'm gonna say some things.
Hopefully Gandolfini's son gets it soon.
I got a few things Spider-Man related to say about Kingpin.
Okay.
You can help me with this.
Oh, we all knew it was coming, Mean Green. We all knew it was coming. As soon as that doctor walked in the room, I went.
We
And
were
you
all,
did too.
We're all
Sammy was screaming it. He was like, "Oh, dude, don't go in that room. Don't go in that room right now." So,
Here's the thing.
yeah, tell me the thing.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse had Kingpin in it.
Yes.
He played, of course, a villain, and he was trying to get his daughter back from the dead, which technically could end up with this type of storyline because that movie is canon. The second one isn't canon. The first one is.
Wow.
And then my favorite version of Kingpin is always going to be him in the first Insomniac Spider-Man movie at the very start. It was the first Insomniac Spider-Man game. At the very start where you fight him.
Oh yeah, that was a great cutscene and stuff. But check out Daredevil. I strongly recommend you make your own, decisions. And just like with the Michael thing, watch it, find out. Don't take anyone's opinion. Don't take mine. Don't take certain people's.
Be your own reaction
Yes,
video.
be your own critic.
Put
Let
that
us
in
know.
McYoung'un's terms.
There you go. Daredevil Born Again Season 2. You know how many episodes are left, Sammy?
2.
2 episodes are left. They drop Tuesday nights on Disney Plus. Let us
Last
know.
one, May 8th.
Last one will drop May 8th. Let us know what you think of Daredevil Born Again in the comments. Make sure you hype the video if you can. Ring that bell so you know when we go live. Like the video, and we'll see you in the next one.